Alright, welcome everyone. We are doing a quick shit tier list. I call it this because it's impromptu and my takes are shit, apparently. Alright, how do you guys want to do this? Do you guys want to go through what you guys off the cuff think is the best and then kind of go through some of the games and then do another take on what you guys think is better? Or do you guys want to go through some of the games first? How would you like to go about this?
Up to you. You were the lead.
What about you, Niffum?
Same.
All right. I say let's put together a hazy image of how everything stands, and then let's go through some random series, and then let's see how our opinions adjust after we take off the beer glass goggles. So, pre-analysis. Okay. So we have teams. All right. So we have to start off with, we have 12 bricks to Sage. That is Jet, Jid, Riley, and Ethereal, and they are currently 5-3. Have you seen any of their games? What do you guys think of how they've done?
I've not. I've not seen any of their games, but looking at who they've played so far, they've played one good team, one mid team, and
They seem to have had a
where's
bye as well. Yeah,
yeah.
actually, let's go through the games really quickly because I just realized it's too early in the season to have an opinion of every team before we look at records. Yeah, so yeah, they went 1-1 against every single team except for they have a 2-0 off of buys. But notably they've gotten 1-1 against Oblivion, which is a so-so team, and Cool Calm and Collision, which I don't even know.
That is the
Oh,
Power Glove team.
Oh, it's the Tokamak squad.
Yep, that is the Power Glove team.
Okay. So I will write them down. I'd say they are somewhere like maybe C tier right now because they're basically 3-3 or whatever it is, or not 3. Yeah, they're basically 3-3. What do you think, Nefum?
Uh, which team?
12 bricks.
Is this being streamed somewhere?
Oh, here. We're just kind of looking through it, but here I could stream also. Hold on. Share your screen. I'm recording. I'm not doing like a Twitch stream. But, so here you go. You could see my screen. So this is the team we were just talking about. 12 bricks to Sage.
I don't think I've played them yet.
No, I mean, it's early in the season, which is why we're actually looking at the teams right now. So they went 1-1 against every team. Cuzzy, Oblivion, and Coolcom Calabigian. So I'd say they're pretty strongly C. That's my opinion. What do you guys think?
I I think they're like roughly decent because one of the teams they did 1-1 is the Kuzi team, which Kuzi's team is pretty
Well,
good
they
in my
forfeited,
opinion.
right?
I'm sorry, Nifum? What did you
They
say?
forfeited, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't think. Did Kuzi's team actually lose?
Uh, Kuzi, it just shows 1-1. So either
Yeah,
I think they played a game and then forfeited the other.
which team forfeited? Do you know?
Kuzi's.
Oh, okay. So
I
you.
think so.
Hmm.
I know one team forfeited game one and then they won game two.
Hmm.
And there's no match links.
Yeah, if you figure one would be up if they'd played. Let's see. There's something in captain's chat that
yeah, I'm looking.
from Kuzi in captains. No.
There's just lobby up from Kuzi, nothing about. That was the breakable team
Hmm.
that did
Alright.
the forfeiting thing.
So I'm just gonna have everyone's opinions listed. So we have Niffum here. We have Doggo. I'm putting 12 bricks into C tier.
I think
What?
it's a B tier right now.
Okay. What about you, Niffum?
I'll go C tier.
All right. Let's
I
go.
like Jit and Jet as players. I think they're both
Yeah.
solid. and do
I
well.
just was looking at the teams they played, and nothing was like screaming
Teams with bye weeks are always gonna have inflated
record.
standings.
Yeah. So then we have Alvaroff squad, which is off Cookie, Dirge, aka Butt Health, and Rosenthal. They had a mental breakdown against Doggo's team in week 1. I remember watching that replay, and I felt like Off just like went off his rocker, I think is the joke about him sometimes. Like he thought he could like outplay a Magnus RP repeatedly, and it did not work out. But since then, they have gone 2-0, 1-1, and 1-1. They've beat With You to the End, which I don't know who that is. That's Aragorn, which he is having a shitty season for once. And then they went 1-1 against Festival and 1-1 against Hobbs. So maybe on the up and up. Maybe figuring some stuff out. Let's see how their games went.
I think that team might actually just be doomed because their 1-1s are against teams that I do not think are very good. I think Festival's team is literally Festival against the world.
Mm-hmm.
And Hobbs' team is kind of a monk ass. They have a Gabus and a Coer.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the games. Yeah, so the festival matchup was basically whoever got Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're not looking the greatest, perhaps. I don't know. I feel pretty comfortable putting them in C tier, but
Yes, I'd say C or D tier.
would name one.
I'll go with C tier.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them in B tier. I think they
B-
have a chance.
Yeah, for me, C tier is like I could see the possibility of playoffs, but I don't see them going deep. Is I guess the way I put. So and to me, I should add an F tier honestly, because like to me it's like D tier is like highly unlikely, making it to playoffs. F is like basically impossible. Like if they make it to playoffs, I'm gonna be shooketh. Uh, Although I don't know if there's any teams that fall into that category. So let's see. Let us keep going down the list. And you said you put them into B tier, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we have Cool, Calm, and Pigeon, and the Tokamak team. They went 0-2 against Snork's team, which is on a rampage right now. They went 2-0 against Juggo. 1-1 against 12 Bricks, which is what we talked about earlier. And then 2-0 against Surf's Up. How's Surf's Up team look like?
Our sub team is not doing well.
2-6,
Not
yeah.
too
Oh,
hot.
that's the Pingu squad where he jumped in. So these guys might be sheep in wolves' clothing or something like this. Let's see how competitive the Snork games were. Snork went 18-4 in one of them.
This team
Yeah.
is very low MMR.
Yeah. They're not looking the greatest. But honestly, even game 1 was not, I wouldn't even call it super close, but like somewhat competitive after the start. But then the game 2 was just a stomp. So perhaps.
I think there's just some drafting issues going on Tokenex's team.
And they don't have high MMR guy.
Yeah. They don't. Everyone, the only Tokamak is divine or higher.
I feel like this is a D tier.
Yeah, even though their record is 5-3, I feel like in a normal season I would put them in the D tier, but I think they fall into C tier simply because I think there's other teams that are worse than them.
Yeah, I think it's C tier for me as well.
Cool, calm. Okay, and Okay, and then you said D tier, Niffum?
Yeah.
Alright. So then after that, we got Cuzzy, which is CLT, Lorenzo, which is the super nerfed MMR player, I heard, which, I was drafting, I had the chance to pick him up, but I wasn't sure if I was misremembering if he used to be like Immortal or High Divine, but...
Did we skip Doggo's team?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops, my bad. Alright, let's go back to Doggo. These guys. Who even wants to rate these guys? Alright, so we have HK. He's actually playing support this season, right, for you guys?
Yes, he is playing 4.
And then we have you in mid, we have K-Stigs, Nerd, and my boy Ross Gardner. You guys were not looking so good, and then you guys had a 2-0 against Surfs Up, which Ross...
A bye week.
Yeah, Ross is basically saying they seemed to mode despair on Surfs Up.
Yeah, no, they were not having a great time.
Yeah. Game 1 kind of close, game 2 wide open. What do you think about yourself, since you're here to defend your team?
I think, obviously, the first 2 weeks, the first week we had a stand-in for Nerd and K-Stigs, second week we had a stand-in for K-Stigs.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you find similar MMR, or did you find big downgrades?
I think some grades, kind of, for week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let me relook. Who do we have? Week 2, I think we had a little bit of a downgrade in terms of like how we wanted to like play the game. Our drafting was not very good going with Dark's team.
Mm-hmm.
And then week 3 against Master, it was just our first time having K6 back, so we were still trying to figure out how we actually wanted to play the game. But I believe we've figured out like our drafting strategy and like how we actually want to play now.
All right. So where are you putting yourself in?
I would put us in B tier.
Ah, B tier. So you think playoffs is a certainty, or pretty much a certainty, barring crazy events.
I think we still have some things we need to figure out in terms of drafting and like play style. So I wouldn't put us in A, but I think it's easy B tier.
Mm-hmm.
Are you core?
Yes,
Yes.
he's a
I'll do C tier
mid. Yeah.
I gotta go with. I mean, this says in the team name.
Yeah. I think it's because of my prediction at the start of the season.
I think
It is.
blowing Surfs Up is whatever. Getting 2-0'd by Master is kind of cringe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't rate his team very highly.
Yeah, I can't see you guys. I don't
Our
want...
games against Master were real weird because we were still trying to figure out how we want to play around with drafts, and we were believing in this Dusa pick way too much.
It's a good pick.
I might have to adjust someone to D tier at the end of this because I'm having too many C tiers, but I will put you in C tier for now. And then we have C tier on Niffum. Alright, so I think and then we have Kuzi. And the reason I put you C tier is because what is your situation like? Can HK carry from support? I guess it is a strong position for meta right now, so maybe. But
look, just based off of like our game against Surfs Up, how do you think a Puck and Delina matchup is supposed to go?
Honestly, I'm gonna guess
Win.
Lena is garbage right now, so probably fine for Puck. But Lena used to be much better now.
I mean, I'm just purely speaking like laning. Like, how is that lane supposed to go?
I think Puck does okay. I think Puck,
Win.
yeah, I think Puck can dodge all her spells. But it used to be that she used to just attack you really quickly, and
She still does.
Mm.
I
They
don't
didn't-
think
they didn't
Puck ever
change that.
lost to Lena unless you were bad.
I think you.
Old Lena
It's
you
like-
could definitely lose, because she could attack you.
But
from
old Lena, there was also
625.
old Puck. Like there was never really a meta where Puck.
Well, I'm talking about the previous
Bad.
like carry Lena meta, where sometimes they went carry Lena from mid, you could just basically right click and ignore. Who cares about the spells? But anyways, I don't want to take too long on this. But yeah, I think
Okay.
you guys I think you guys are in an okay spot potentially. We'll see how you guys do against more high teams now that you guys are out of the disband tier of the brackets in terms of standings. Because previously you were just getting matchups with weaker teams. So then we got Kuzi. We have Lorenzo, the guy who dropped a bunch of MMR for this. This is the team that has basically no low MMR player. They have 3
Yeah.
Ancients and 2 Divines. They have went 2-0 against Shaga's squad, which Shaga is 4-4. They have, and then they went 1-0 against Oblivion, which Oblivion doesn't seem very good. 1 against Bricks the Sage, not the greatest team, and then the 2-0 against Breakable Squad, which is 3-5. I'll let you guys discuss what you guys think. I need 1 minute while you guys can figure out what you guys think. You can start, Niffum.
This feels like if you asked me this team like 5 seasons ago, I'd be like S tier. But a couple players have dropped MMR since then, and I think, and they're still 6-2. They haven't had a bad series. I would have to say A tier.
I would give it a B tier, just because they don't have like some like Omega Pog standout player.
I mean, Lorenzo's a former Immortal. 659, I'm pretty sure, was former Immortal, and maybe even Kuzi. And of course, you have just the synergy of them having played with each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, it's also Lorenzo's support.
I think that's fine. I think, I mean, as someone with high Immortal support, I think it's nice to have.
Thing is, he's not a high immortal support player. He's a 90% safe lane boss one player.
You play safe lane well, you know how to play support. Or at least you know what your safe laner will want.
Alright, I'm back. What are we talking about? The Kuzi?
Yeah.
So where are you guys feeling in terms of this team?
I put them in A tier.
Ah, makes sense. They are 6-2.
I have him in B tier.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in. It's gonna be my first B tier team. I think they have a good score, but I think they're gonna end the season about 10-6 or something like that. I think when they hit the big boys, like who's their matchups? I wonder.
They play Snork this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 0-2 probably or a 1-1.
I think they won one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
Snork teams is just it's same with festivals. It's just Snork.
Yeah, I mean, we played Snork, and game 1 we threw like hella hard. Like I was a fucking, it was a barn blower or whatever.
Yeah, like even our games against Snork didn't feel bad to play. It just felt bad because we drafted like dog shit.
But needless to say, I don't think Snork is a juggernaut. I think he's just strong this season.
Yeah.
I
think-
patch for him.
Yeah.
What? So yeah, I think they're a pretty solid B team. All right, for Cuzzy. All right, so after Cuzzy we got Hobbs. He is 5-3. The biggest teams he's gone up against are Shaga, and then Juggo Surfs Up. He got easy 2-0 it seems. Alvarov 1-1. What's up?
Surfs Up to just taking all the L's.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how close his games against Jogo and Shaga were. So we have
I
Jogo.
don't think it's a good patch for Hobbs.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't been since Broodmother patch. too much of a hero spammer. This puddle's too small to be like a value immortal.
Maybe if he starts running this Bat Rider like he did in the most recent games. Bat Rider seems really strong right now. Super Cancer. I don't think that his situation is the greatest when he goes. He's like I don't know, Alchemist off lane or whatever, or Underlord. He wants to go tempo and make a lot of space and propel the team forward. Yeah, so I'm gonna put these guys at B tier, I think personally, just because they broke some series against some tough-ish opponents, and if Hobbs, you never know, especially if he's is gonna start playing some cancer heroes like Bat Rider. I could see them being a solid B team still.
Oh, it's lapsed. Okay.
What about you two?
I'm putting him in C tier.
What about you, Niffum?
Yeah, I think I'll do. Yeah, let's do C tier.
All right. So then we have, after that, we have Festival Squad. It has Key, which I think that was the player on my team last season that broke his elbow. He was a solid carry player, but not, obviously Divine 2 or whatever. We have Moda, which seemed like a value support player during draft day. I almost picked him instead of Penta. And then they have Festival, and I don't know these other two, Smile and AKXII, Heart Face. And Muffins, you played against him, right? That's you, Love Muffins?
Yeah.
How did they feel?
They felt fairly weak. Even Festival didn't seem very challenging. I mean, I destroyed him as Riki.
Mm-hmm. I will say Arc Warden kind of feels garbage tier unless you go Manta build, and even then.
He did, but it was it felt like he played worse because he would dive tower and take 5 tower shots and then die. It didn't feel like I was playing some high immortal mid. I don't know if she's just chilling this season.
Gotcha. Game 1, it says you dual laned a mid with Scurvy Dog.
he just would show up in D ward. I don't know why. It says he's mid.
Yeah. Well, it
was fun games. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Game 2 was a stomp, but game 1 was pretty even. I'd say
Mm-hmm.
they're. I think more so this season than other seasons. It's kind of festival against the world, but I think you just what we did. We just banned all of Festival's heroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have a crazy good solution right now in terms of their heroes.
So I think I'm gonna have to put D tier.
D tier. Disband. Unlikely to make playoffs. Gotcha.
Say unlikely, yeah.
I put them C tier just because it is Festival against the world, but Festival can do some crazy bullshit to win some games.
I think this patch, there's a few heroes that are pretty capable of being flexed. If they could figure out a flex situation, I think they could do okay into this playoffs. But yeah, I agree. Right now, even as a mid player right now, I feel like I've had to change my open up so many heroes in my pool just to make impact right now. It just feels like you have to do so much more work to be a juggernaut. Just because the side lanes are so far from mid, and it's so hard to gank them unless you get a teleport gank that's easy. I don't know. It does not feel as easy to influence games now for mid.
I like picking Riki because he's just so good at ganking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely different than it used to be. And it's the other lanes can influence each other so easily, right? They could guard runes which is half distance than a gank. They can teleport to each other using way gates, while mid is stranded on an island, isolated. So,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. So then after that we have my team, HoN's crew. We went 0-2 against Jungle Gym the first week, which it doesn't have the matches. I guess they were unticketed. Game one, we started off really strong. We were pushing racks and threw the fuck out of it. I think it was like the score was like 30 to fucking 8 or 10 at one point. And then we threw it. In the second game, I'm pretty sure it was not as close. I'm pretty sure they blew us out by like 60-40 like advantage. Then we went against Master Squad. We went 2-0. We played you guys, Love Muffins, went 1-1. And then we went 2-0 against Doggo last week. Honestly, I don't remember our matches. Hold on, let me refresh my brain.
Game one, we were winning for a bit.
Oh, that was the fucking hook bullshit. That where you had that fucking ward that faded.
Dude,
literally as
I
you threw
did
that
it.
fucking hook.
No one knows about that ward.
I place it all the time now. Yeah.
I saw that shit in a pub. I'm like, that's OP. I'm gonna start using
Yeah,
it.
I use it sometimes too now when I'm on Dire side. I even sometimes on
Because
Radiant.
you really cannot, like, you'd have to know they put it there to de-ward it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just remember being so fucking like, I was like, because I have an internal timer for when wards die. And I was like, even if I didn't find it, it's gotta be timing out like now or has timed out. And it literally timed out the moment you threw your fucking hook. I was like, fuck me, this is stupid. But yeah.
I'm definitely picking Pudge more this season. Like, it's actually such a value pick, I think, for RD2O.
Yeah, I mean, he lanes pretty well against a lot of heroes. He's got like fucking 80 right click, so it's pretty nice to be able to outlast it like 98% of heroes.
I think game one was just, I think maybe overconfidence. Like, I'm not a very good Magnus player at all. But it was kind of, I mean, you would Medusa too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, I think, a drafting.
So we don't take too long on me. What are your opinions? What would you put my squad in? I could give myself first because I made Doggo go first for his team. So I'll go first and you guys. I think starting out the season, I thought we were going to be a Juggernaut kind of like Snork, but us versing Snork in the first series and throwing that first match kind of put us inside of a tilt zone for a little brief moment. We recovered on Master Squad, but then we still had some of that left over against Muffins in week 3. So I think at best, I think right now we're A tier. I mean, we should maybe have an S tier because we're not S tier, but I don't think we're B tier either. I'd be surprised if we don't make it to playoffs, is the way I would put it. But I could.
Oh, you B tier.
B tier? Okay.
But you B tier as well.
Alright. Whoops.
Like, I feel confident that we could 2-0 you, but we didn't, so.
Mm-hmm.
To give respect.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely felt very comfortable on the Doom game. I felt like I got Doom off on you guys pretty much every game, every fight, except for where we were feeling so cocky, we dived you to tier 3s at one point. I don't remember who it was. It was a Wind Ranger or something, right? What is good? Like, we were like just fucking foaming at the mouth to keep killing you guys. We fucking doomed him, and me and my brother chased him all the way to tier 3s from our triangle. That was a bit of a attempted throw. But all right, let's move on. We got Juggo Juice. So that's Vinny, Juggo, Combustible, Dios, Thick. We played them recently. I think they're decent. I think Juggo and Vinny need to be on the same page, but it's gonna be tough sometimes, I imagine. So it's like, and it really depends on their next 1 or 2 matches. I think if they lose the next series, I think they might be on the way out this season. Juggo's on my AD12 squad, and I think he's really talented and can be relied on carry, but I also know Vinny is a bit of a dictator sometimes. So maybe the personalities just won't work the greatest. So I'm going to throw them on D tier for now. What about you guys?
I would put them C tier. If it was the next week and they lost 0-2 again, I would put them B tier. But so C tier for right now.
Okay. What about you, Niffum?
I think. Wait. Oh, okay. I think I have to put them D tier.
Yeah.
If we were to do this next week and I were to see them have another 0-2, they would be D tier. Because Vinny would be actually tilted off the face
in
of the
D
earth.
tier. So
Yeah.
I feel like I have to put this team in D tier since they lost to Cool Calm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I want to put them higher, but they're just not performing very well right now. So then after that we have KL crew, which is 6-2. We're versing these guys. They have a 2-0 off of Oblivion's bye, basically. Oblivion forfeited. They went 0-2 before that to Jungle Gym, which everyone's gone 0-2 so far. They went 2-0 against you, Muffins, and then 2-0 against Master. What do you have to say about them?
Our Immortal player didn't show up that week, so then we forfeited game 2.
Mm.
Because you can't really find a ranked 500 Immortal to stand in on the whim.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried game 1, but it didn't. The vibes weren't there, so we just
Mm-hmm.
forfeited.
Scurvy is your immortal, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like night and day the difference when he's playing and not.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has really good synergy with our carry player, because they've played in other leagues before. Like they have each other's phone numbers and shit. Like they're that close, and then
Mm-hmm.
also he's just a ranked 500 Immortal. So
All right, what do you think about KL? I'm gonna put him in B
I think their
tier.
team is very good.
Yeah,
I would put their team A tier.
Me too.
KL, Prohibit, and Blade are all very, very, very good fucking players.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you put your first A tier team.
Yep.
It's very sandbaggy.
Yes,
What about you,
it
Niffum?
is a very sandbag team.
What are you gonna put them in, Niffum?
A tier.
All right. So after that we have uh Love's team. So you could give your own spiel like we did for me and Doggo, and then we will rate you. You have gone 2-0 against Werewood, 0-2 against KL, obviously the one forfeit, 1-1 against me, and then 2-0 against Festival.
So I don't think our matchups really put us too high, but I think our team is very good, especially when I'm playing well, which I have been the last couple weeks. The carry player I drafted was Legend at draft, and now he's like Divine something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can definitely tell he's like gotten a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Potato, very reliable from the off lane. So with Era,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're a solid B tier team.
That's fair. I'd put you guys there too. I think, yeah, I think your biggest problem is gonna be what happens in matches where what is good doesn't have the ability to do so well because you have that huge MMR thing there, and with what's his name, Scurvy Dog, because Scurvy Dog is a support obviously, and traditionally supports don't do the greatest in RD12 other than Staples God, who had a back to back victory, but I can't really think of too many notable examples of high MMR supports, and even then Staples was not the highest MMR support.
He plays very aggressively, even for a 5. Like, we'll pick him Jakiro, which he's like Grandmaster on, and he'll have like a 20-minute scepter somehow. So it's like, it feels like he's not some like super, position 6 kind
Yeah.
of support. So you don't necessarily feel as bad having your Immortal on a support.
Yeah. What about you, Doggo? What do you rate them?
I put them D tier because it is only a matter of time before Thug Potato truly loses his mind.
That's so
In
funny.
terms of like his content or whatever,
I think it's parody.
funny, but I think it's not real. Like he's pretty chill.
It's not real until it's actually real. It
So-
will become real at some point.
So now after that we have the Hungry Phoenix with the Master Squad. So we have KC, which I've seen around, but I'm not super familiar with them. Bird and so forth. I need to recall my games against these guys.
I've watched
because-
a couple of these guys' games because they always tend to be the last team playing, and they're like Omega throwers. So I honestly feel like this is a D tier team.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to. This is not my game. Why is this the link is wrong. Stupid parser. Let's see if it's the other direction. No. All right. Well, I don't know.
Unlucky.
Anyways, yeah, I don't see these guys doing the greatest. They are 3-5. They've only game they've gone 2-0 is off of the Doggo squad. Which what do you have to say about that, Doggo?
That game was unfortunate drafting, as I thought a Panga was going mid, and we picked Ember, and I got fucking monkeyed by some immortal mid laner. And then game 2, we got Arc Wardened, in which it actually was a bug with the whole Manta illusions and bubble shit.
I don't think it's a bug. It's just the way it works right now.
I heard from someone it was a
Not
bug,
like a
and
bug.
they did change. I heard that they did change it though.
Did
But
And
they?
so
think
I want.
it wasn't
I think
intended.
they did.
So I think it's more of an oversight.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the
so-
only build that has above a 40% win rate on
So
Arc
yeah,
Warden right now.
hearing that they did change like Manta illusions doing like full damage or double damage.
No.
I want my-
It's not the Manta illusion doing the damage. It's the bubble applying to the Manta. And I don't know if they changed that. I don't think they did.
They haven't changed it yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm
I
still
heard
seeing.
from someone that they changed it, but I don't.
We can
remember
double
who.
check
At least-
later.
At least when we
If they
played
did change
Festival,
it,
it still worked.
if they did change it, I want my series to be 1-1. They should not have 2-0.
No. I don't think they've changed it. I'm pretty sure this is like when Pango's illusion silenced. I think this is unintentional, but they're fine with it for now because
I have
we're
a
the
question for you,
heroes.
by the way, about Pango.
Hmm.
I wanted to know your thoughts on the Mars ult. I
It's
feel like
stupid as
it's
fuck. It's
Unintended.
completely unintended.
Was that changed? Because I feel like they
No,
never had
that's
that before.
because of a bug with the way debuffs work right now, and roll is the most bug prone. If you want to talk about bugs, Pango has a bug list as high as the fucking stack of sheets to the moon. That's like
Not as
everything.
high as Rubik.
I thought it was
No
more
sh-
Fine. Rubik wins out, but it's more like
I
like
think Rubik and Morphling beat out Pango, but Pango's a nice third.
Pango. The problem with Pango's is that all these things break his ultimate. Like they literally
Yeah.
like the only times it comes close for those is like, oh, the game crashed, right? Which it crashes usually for everyone, not just the Rubik player. So it's kind of a even footing thing. I mean, like for example, when Primal Beast ultis Pango, I don't know if they fixed it yet, but it cancels his roll, which makes 0 sense because no stun cancels roll, but Primal Beast's grab does. Any displacement things have had a long history of fucking up roll. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm
But
not.
no, and
I'm not a fan of that.
for me, for all in all on Masters team, I think they're okay. It's just my team. We had some very bad drafting mistakes.
Hmm.
Our last pick Centaur was
Where are you guys gonna put them at?
not.
Put them DT.
I would put them D tier. I don't think they're very good. I think we just made some very, very
Alright.
bad drafting mistakes.
You guys convinced me. I threw them in D tier as well. I have too many C's.
Yeah.
Alright.
Our 24 pick Centaur was not good.
After that, we have Oblivion, which is the team that has given up some 2-0s to people, including a forfeit against KL.
Still 4-4 though.
Or sorry, no, they did. Wait, they don't make sense. Oh yeah, 2-0 here.
They won
Okay.
one couple
Yeah, the
games
with you
though.
to end. So they went. Yeah, they split with Kuzi.
I don't know anyone on this team.
Yeah, I don't know anybody on their team either.
I'm gonna put them in B tier just because of their performance, but I'm not super impressed overall. But I think they're good enough right now to give it that to them. Also, they forfeited the series against KL, so their score is less than it could be. It could be a 6-2.
I play them this week, and I think my team probably easily 2-0s
Oh,
them.
Wolfram. Okay.
Well, I'm excited to see the results of that bold assertion.
I
Where do you guys
think
put
we
them at?
I put them C tier.
What about you, Dog or Niffum?
I think I have to put them in C tier too.
All right. Core is sealed on that. Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of moving as along because my sushi came, so I need to go eat soon. After that, we have Shaga, which is Mercury. He was on my team. Good player for his MMR. I enjoyed playing with him. Treeman, which I don't know. Paco, I don't know. Godlike Matt, I don't know. And then there's Shaga. who I do know. What do you guys think of this team? They've went 1-1 against Master, 0-2 against Cozy, 1-1 against Hobbs, 2-0 against Festival.
I
feel like-
only really know Shaga, and Shaga is a very emotional player with
Mhm.
like his play calling, and so I don't see them doing better than half the teams, honestly.
I think they're underperforming for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at the game against Kuzi, and it was not very close. So I think that they have potential to be B tier, but they're currently maybe falling into the depths of despair and becoming like a D tier right now. I don't know. So I'll just put them C tier for now, but I think next week we'll throw them either into B or D. What do you guys think?
Who did they
Yeah.
play this week?
They are playing.
Alvarez.
Yeah.
I think that's a good test for them.
Yeah.
I'll put them in D tier.
All right. What about you, Doggo?
I would put them. For me, actually, move Jogo up to B and put them in C tier.
All right. All right. So we have that. Next one after that is Surfs Up, which I think everyone's gonna throw him inside. Like,
Yeah, I think from what I heard from Nerd Passive is going through a rough patch on this team, to say the least.
yeah. I think they have some players that have the ability to do well, but the combination of players is not good. Like, I think Jerbear is okay if he's got like a strong set of other cores to supplement, but and passive is kind of the same thing, but he's divine slash low immortal depending on the season.
Yeah.
So it's like the two are supplementary players with no one to supplement. So I think they're just not doing good. So F tier for me and Niffum. What do you think, Doggo?
I would put him in F tier. Game 2 felt so bad to play against them.
Yeah.
I actually felt so bad.
Then we got Jungle Gym, which, I mean, we all know them. They've gone 2-0 every week. I'm going to put them A tier just because, they're doing well, but I do not think unless I play them again, I struggle to, at the end we'll all vote for the S tier team for the one S tier of the whole group. I do not think they're that. So, I will put them in.
I'd put them A tier.
Yeah.
All right. After that, we got Breakable Squad, which, last season, similar start. They are not doing good right now. They got a bit of a recovery on Werewood Squad. They went 2-0, but I don't know. Werewood forfeited.
Yeah, that series, I don't even count that one right now. I don't.
Yeah, game one.
Decided yet, or?
Game one was a kind of a barn buster, though. Breakable beat them pretty handedly. And so I'd put these guys. The only team they split was with you to the end, but they did play some stronger teams, Juggo and QZ. So I think they're like a C tier, maybe D tier depending on next week, but I feel like that's a lot of teams.
Festival's team doesn't have that Axie guy anymore, by the way. I forgot.
Right, going back to Breakable though, where would you guys put them?
Yeah. D tier.
Yeah, same.
Okay. And then we had two more, With You to the End and Werewood. So let's go through Werewood first. Werewood's got Sleepy, Thug, Gub.
It's fucking Vamp.
I think it's F tier.
Yeah, I feel like Gub is a good player because I have him in my D12 squad. He's really good if he's got people to play with, but it's like I don't see it here.
Yeah, this team is pretty F tier to me.
What about you, Niffum?
F tier, yeah.
All right.
I put Aragon's team F tier too.
Yeah, the only game they didn't lose is against Breakable Squad, which we did not.
He first phase Goat Satan?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is an all-time pick.
for the ages, you say?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write
'Cause I think
Aragorn.
last season he was second round, and then he was very valuable.
What about you, Doggo?
I put them in C tier. I believe in them to do well.
Nice. All right. I don't think I would put them C tier. I could upgrade them from F to D. I don't know. Unless they, depending on how the matchups break up and they get some like super easy path to playoffs, I just don't see them making it. Especially if they play against like strong teams. Because I mean they had a bye just now. They haven't played any of the higher, better the better teams. So as some better teams start losing some matches against other better teams, and they'll have to play like 2 more games against those, especially since all their others are kind of weaker teams. There's only 3 more weak teams left, and there's 8 weeks, so 1 to 2 games that they have to play.
How many playoffs teams?
Depends on
It'll
every
be-
season.
It'll be 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I made sure to have 10 teams like C and up.
Yeah. So if you guys had to set the S tier situation, what would you guys S tiers? Well, the best or the best.
AL.
Okay, so we have HoN, we have Doggo, and we have Niffum. What are your choices? You said KL, Doggo?
Yeah, I'd put KL.
What about you, Niffum?
I think I'll have to do Jungle Gym
Okay.
because KL got 2-0'd by them.
Mm-hmm. For me, oh man, it's always so easy to pick myself. I'm not gonna do it. I could see. Let me look at QZ's team again. What did they look like?
I just think half of the games Snork has played have been just mega drafting mistakes from the other teams.
Hmm.
Like KL's team had some mega bad drafting mistakes. My team had some mega bad drafting mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. Jungle Gym, the link. How did they do? Game 1, game 2. I'm gonna put Jungle Gym. I mean, I think we are actually capable of beating them. Like I said, we start off really good, but I don't know. I haven't played against KL. I'm playing them this week, so I will report back my findings. I don't want to predict that they're good and psych myself out. They gotta be dog shit, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
I think there's a good list. I'm curious what it will look like in a week or two when the season shakes up a little bit more. Thanks for
Yeah.
jumping on. Unless there's something else you guys really want to mention before we're done. But I think we got the list and good enough for content.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on, and I'll see you guys probably in a week or 2 or 3. Whenever.